Hey guys, thank you so much for hearing my previous podcast, and I really appreciate you making time for this one. This is one of my favorite moments in life that I would love to talk about, and I've shared the story to a few people and they really love this moment. So what happened is I did have a girl in my life with the apple of my eyes. At some point of time we had a misunderstanding, so we had to separate from each other. However, unfortunately, she had a friend who would make up stories and they would just spread this around, and some people used to hate me at that time, and I lost interest in a lot of things. So I went a bit sober, okay? But however, I decided to come back up. I got back to my choreographing, my dancing and all that. So one fine day, I get a call from this Oxford College, Bangalore, HSR, okay? They're like, "Sir, we would love for you to be our judge for this dance competition." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds actually great, but would you be able to send me a mail so that I know this is genuine?" I was very happy. I'm like, "Okay, let's go." So I call my sister and say, "We are going for this show the next week, so just be ready on this day." So I go for this event, okay? We take my car and I go there. I park the car a little far because I didn't know where to park it inside, since there were a lot of students coming up. So I just parked it and I go stand near the gate because the security was there, and I was feeling a little embarrassed to say I don't know whom and what. So I called the ma'am and said, "Ma'am, would you be able to come out and escort me inside?" She's like, "Okay sir, please be there itself. We will welcome you properly in an official manner." Like, "Alright, great, sounds great. I'm right here." So at the moment my sister was in some call. She was just 1 or 2 feet away from me, and this guy comes, one of the friends of my ex, okay? He's like, "Hey, aren't you the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the guy." "What bro, you're standing here? They didn't allow you inside." I was like, "Yeah, maybe." And he just kept mocking at me, and he just called another girl, I remember. He was saying something about me and she was laughing too. "Alright, I'm not here to make a mess. You want to insult me, you want to mock me, make fun of me, no problem, just go ahead." So what happened, as he gone inside, the ma'am comes there, and she comes with 2 other staff, and then they get a bouquet in their hand, they give it to me, and they said, "You can come inside." So now, right before I go into the auditorium where the competition is, what I did not know is these people have done some research. They said, "So you need to wait until we tell you." I'm like, "Okay." Then they start talking about her personality, about the NGO and the social services, and how the free classes have been taken. I'm like, "Okay, this sounds similar." And they're like, "Sir, would you be able to come in?" And then they said, "Let's all give a standing ovation for Master Renault for his contribution in dance and music for all the underprivileged kids through his academy, and we are very honored to have you as a judge for a dance competition, sir." They said that, and everybody stood up in the auditorium. Why this moment was so special is the guy who just insulted me was right there. He had to stand up when I entered the hall. So I go up on the stage, they give me the mic and say, "Sir, would you be able to talk a few words for the participant?" I gave a normal pep talk. I said, "Guys, winning and losing is part of the competition, but giving your heart matters." I say all that, and I go sit in my, that's a nice sofa chair, okay? So I go sit there, I'm wearing this white shirt. I actually went in a little formal, so I just go sit there. This guy comes, okay? The guy who insulted me. He came to me and he said, "Excuse me, sir." I'm like, "What? Excuse me, sir?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Sir, next my team is going to dance." Like, "Okay, I wish you good luck." See, he thought now he could be nice to me, so I might give his team a little extra mark. I'm not going to do that, obviously. At the same time, I'm not going to misuse my role and give them any minus marks to it. I said, "No problem, please carry on, go ahead." They go on the stage and they finish all that, and I announced the judges. Unfortunately, they did not get selected because there were no much coordination in the dance. But then he came down, as I was leaving the hall, he came down and he said, "I'm sorry." Like, "Why?" He said, "If you wanted, you could have easily put me to trouble. You could have informed any of the lecturers that I just made fun of you at the gate." I said, "It's okay, bro, chill. You just don't know the story. You just know the story from the other person. You just don't know my side of the story, and you don't know the true side of the story." He's like, "Yes, bro, you're right." I was like, "Can I have your Insta ID?" So I gave my Insta ID and he sent me a follow request, and I followed him back immediately. And he had a selfie with me. He put a story and he tagged me. And he sent me a message in Instagram saying, "Sir, I would like to know the story from your side. And I said, you can call me bro as usual, no problem. But remember, if I tell myself the story, she would easily turn into a villain in your life because you have no idea what she's told about you to me. And I'm not going to do that. If my intention was to prove myself right, I would have done what she would have done. I would have posted repeated statuses and comments as if I'm Hitler and she's Mother Teresa. I'm not interested in that. I know my worth, I know my value. I may fall again, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get back up. People don't decide what's going to happen to me. I decide what's going to happen to me. What's going to happen to me is that I might fall again. I may fall again and again and again, but I'm going to keep getting back up. And if it's anything that you think you should talk to me about, it's this. If people hate you, we'll ignore them. People love you, we'll love them back. Revenge is not yours and mine. You just live your life. We'll just talk about these positive sides. I kept growing and I still keep growing. Yes, I've fallen a lot of times. Yes, I did. But that's not going to stop me. And I'm very thankful for all the lovely people who have stood by me for my hardship. Do not mock anybody at the lowest. If you can't appreciate them, that's okay. But just don't mock them. You'll never know when a person will come back from the dust like a phoenix and shine like the sun again. Sounds good, right? Yup! I'm not telling the person's name because my intention is not to use an opportunity to blame anybody, but my intention is to use my story to see if any way possible to either make you laugh, smile or think. Thank you so much for hearing this. I will see you again with another incident that happened in my life and you're going to enjoy it.